Have you ever wondered if healthcare should be counted as a public charge? Should an individual be penalized for receiving medical assistance when it's needed? Hello, my name is Eusebia Cuello, and today I will be presenting my case study, Impact of the Public Charge Rules in the Healthcare System. First, I would like to do a brief overview of the case study that I wrote for my MBA course, Business Communication in Healthcare Management, by Dr. Ramos Salazar at West Texas A&M University. In this case study, we will evaluate the impact of this new regulation. The term public charge was introduced in the Immigration Act of 1882, and it is allowing the United States government to deny a visa to anyone who could become a public charge. So, as we can see, this is not a new concept in our immigration statute. To be self-sufficient, having a basis tenet of the United States immigration law since the 19th century. When the Immigration and Naturalization Act had required to most immigrants who seek to enter the United States to show that they are not likely to become public charge. The issue here is that the Act do not define public charge. So in May of 1999, the Immigration and Naturalization Service issues new guidance that eased the public charge concern of immigrants eligible for public benefits. Under this guidance of 1999, the receipt of any non-cash benefit, it was not an issue in public charge determination. So immigrants can accept Medicaid, some other non-cash benefit without endangering their immigration status. Under the 1999 guidance, the term have only applied to non-citizens who rely on cash benefit for most of their income and for those who require public assistance for long-term care or institutionalization. The receipt of non-cash benefits, including public funded health insurance, do not make a person a public charge under this guidance. On August 14, 2019, the Department of Homeland Security published a final rule regarding whether someone applying for admission or adjustment of status is likely to become a public charge. Opponents of the public charge rules implementation claims that the new definition of public charge of 2020 is likely outside of bounds of the reasonable implementation of the statute and create confusion between the concept of health insurance and health care. Also jeopardize the right to health care we have long been recognized by the United Nations as an international human right. This case study invites us to deliberate and provide recommendations on how this vulnerable segment of the population could solve the lack of access to health care. The two major problems in this new regulation that we can identify in this case study is the negative impact to the United States economy and the negative health impact to the United States population. As a result of this action, people may stop seeking for preventive care medicine. That will increase the cost of medical care when their condition becomes too severe to ignore. The implementation of this new regulation, or this new version of the public charge, will exacerbate the existing health inequalities and disparities and will cause further damage to many marginalized populations and also will increase the price of the healthcare system, affecting all patients, including American citizens. Negative impact of the US population, we also can say that millions of people who are lawfully living in the United States will interrupt prevented and ongoing medical care, creating a type of pre-existing condition for non-citizens. So people could develop serious medical conditions which will make an individual more likely to be found a public charge. Immigrants without private insurance will have a strong incentive to avoid medical examination and tests, even when those are offered for free. For that reason, treatment medical conditions will remain undiagnosed and untreated until they become emergency. Ironically, the regulation creates a strong incentive for non-citizens to wait until the health condition becomes emergent. The new regulation will create a significant disincentive for immigrants to enroll in public funded health insurance programs, including many people who are not subject to the public charge requirements because they have an exempt status. They will be also likely to avoid coverage due to the fear of adverse immigration consequences. So, there are some questions to analyze in this case study. The first one will be, what will be the consequences of the lack of medical care for large segments of the population? Second, is health care in the United States a basic human right, or it is a privilege of our entitlements? The healthcare system in the United States should be reevaluated. Is universal health care crucial to live a life with dignity? And lastly, the term public charge as used in the public charge statute do not first achieve one second step, which conclude that the statute is silent or ambiguous with respect to the specific issue. So in conclusion, one of the most relevant values of the United States heritage is that we are a nation of immigrants. This enriched our diversity and have for centuries empowered our economic, making of the United States of America one of the most powerful economic of the world. The rule of public charge is a right for human dignity. Therefore, any definition venture far beyond any ambiguity in the meaning of the term public charge is unlawful and wrong. Thank you for watching my presentation.